Harry's back in town, and this time around looking to try and make amends for one particular reason with his elder brother, His Royal Highness Prince William, the Prince of Wales. But what is he looking for this time? As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for your time. By the way, chums, on this day in 1827, John Walker invented this. Yes, the humble matchstick. And it got me thinking, when you look at sort of things that people, invent and stuff like that, where would we be with pivotal scenes like, of course, the 2-cigarette match strike in Now Voyager, starring Betty Davis from 1942? Yes, Marlene Dietrich's career might have been a bit shortcoming as well. She was always clouded in smoke, wasn't she, in things like Destiny Rides Again, Manpower with John Wayne, all of those brilliant old movies. And when you think about it, up until a few years ago, we all used a match, didn't we, to get the gas going, to, if you were smoking, you smoked your cigarette. And of course, they were a fabric of society. They're still used, of course, in many different things, but certainly won't be sold in the same way. And I didn't realise this also, they were a brilliant marketing tool. Yes, for your money, you could have your imagery painted on top of them, and then of course sold in pubs and all sorts of things around the world. That was, of course, being an influencer before the world was invented. It's a bit like this particular influencer, some might say, Prince Harry. He's back in town, this time, of course, once again in the High Court, basically the Royal Courts of Justice, trying to get the security back from his family that he's blasted for many years. But apparently he doesn't feel safe to return here to the United Kingdom, even though he's returned without any, well, sort of fanfare. Make of it what you will, flying into a private airfield as well. But according to a very well-placed source, Harry's after this. You see, as we all know over here in the United Kingdom, Harry did his time in the British Army, and he never really likes you to forget that. That was the pivotal moment in his mind that he was indeed very proud of. And time again, of course, this is the thing that Invictus is based on. He talks to the other veterans as one of them, and some say rightly so. Others are a little bit, shall we say, unkind about his time in the army, calling him Bunker Harry, and he was never really in the front line. For those that were there, that's their prerogative, they can say that. For the rest of us, we truly don't know. But over here in a month's time, a very special event is going to be taking place on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. That is, of course, to celebrate VE Day 80. Hard to imagine, isn't it, And as we all know, a famous story goes that the two princesses, Elizabeth and Margaret Rose, sneaked out into the crowd to enjoy the festivities, and they were sort of hidden away. I think it's a marvellous, charming story, that, don't you? Absolutely brilliant. Well, Prince Harry, according to that source, wants to have some time with his elder brother to see the possibilities of at least joining some members of his family on the balcony to celebrate such a special event. And he believes he should be afforded that simply because of his time inside the armed forces. Now, if you recall, he was stripped of those titles and all sorts of things by the late Queen Elizabeth II. And as we saw also when he attended the Platinum Jubilee, he wasn't allowed to wear his uniform or indeed certain medals. But now he believes time has passed and there's a rethink due. As ever, Harry's rethink, and what he believes is the fact that if his elder brother, who is truly the sticking point in all of this and will have the final say, lots of things now go to William rather than His Majesty the King. Obviously, given the fact that the King is also battling his own illness, and we send him good wishes for that. It's not easy, but basically Harry's hoping that William may see the light and say, even for a brief moment, on such a very special celebration. What he's hoping for is that seen on a very sort of celebratory day, that Prince William may see the light, relinquish this idea, and let him have his due moment in the spotlight. This is going to be discussed within the next 48 hours. How do you think it's going to go? And more importantly, what do you think? Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.